Hi, my name is David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Today I want to talk about two things that I'm hoping are two huge aha moments that are going to propel me to the upside in health much quicker than what I was doing before. So I am most likely a very long-term prediabetes and diabetes person, definitely metabolic disorder. I'm to the point now where I have peripheral neuropathy. I have neuropathy in my eyes. I have all kinds of things that are an issue and make life difficult that I'm trying to resolve and get through. So today I want to talk about two things that I feel like could be pretty major milestones, definitely to help me, and hopefully me sharing this will help other people. Now, if you're dealing with any of these things that I just talked about, and you have a doctor helping you through this process, definitely follow your doctor's advice and do what your doctor says. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare person. I'm just learning the hard way, unfortunately. But I'm just sharing my experience here because I feel like this is helpful. Now, one of the things when you become pre-diabetic, diabetic, or you have metabolic dysfunction is you pee constantly. Everything you eat gets processed to sugars in your body, and your body doesn't absorb those sugars, and you end up peeing it out. So you pee constantly. So when you pee constantly and you don't know what's going on, you might think, well, I must be hydrated because I'm peeing constantly, even though you don't realize that you're basically peeing out everything you just ate. But you pee constantly and you think maybe you don't need to drink that much water. Well, I will tell you that dehydration was the very first thing that I figured out that was causing major issues in my recovery, my reversal of my process, of my situation, and getting rehydrated made very difficult things much easier. It made things make a lot more sense and definitely started moving me in the right direction. The weird thing is, you figure one thing like that out, and then you end up getting through the process and you get to another hurdle that just doesn't make sense. Nobody knows what it could be, or nobody has any insight. And I'm hoping that if you're in this same process that I'm in, this might help you. So, number one, hydration. Stay hydrated. That we all grew up with this thing, drink 8 cups of water a day, 40 ounces or whatever the ounce amount is. Drink 8 cups a day, 5 to 8 cups a day. You may pee a lot and think that you don't need that water, but I got to tell you, you need that water. And bad things do start happening when you don't have enough water. Your eyesight gets worse. Your skin starts to rebel against you. It just gets worse. So that was the first thing, hydration. So this other thing that I'm going to talk about, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare specialist. I don't even know anything more than what I've found on YouTube or what I've Googled. But I feel like this could be part of the problem that I'm having. At least I hope this is a problem that I'm having and I'll be able to resolve. This is magnesium, and I made a post about this the other day, but I'm further talking about this because the more I learn, the more interesting it becomes, and it's probably more applicable to my particular situation. So, again, when you pee 37 times a day, you pee out all of the glucose that you may have not absorbed because you might be insulin resistant or you have low insulin sensitivity. But when you pee that much, you also pee quite a bit of the magnesium that you might have eaten in your diet. And if you're not eating a magnesium rich diet specifically, you may not get the 450 milligrams or 350 milligrams of magnesium that your body needs daily. And there are a laundry list of things that require magnesium and that you need to have enough magnesium in your system to work properly. And these are all muscle and nerve related. Your body needs magnesium. So if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic and you pee constantly, there's quite a possibility that you might be magnesium deficient. and then bad things, not bad things, but less than optimal things can happen, including inflammation in your body, peripheral neuropathy, more so than just diabetes or prediabetes neuropathy. All of the neuropathies, I guess, are affected by magnesium. So if you think this might be you, you should probably talk to your doctor or do a Google search and figure out if what you're experiencing could be directly associated with magnesium. In my particular situation, I feel like it can be directly associated in it. And magnesium deficiency specifically is articulated by the effects that I've had. So I actually started taking a supplement to see how that works, and I'm hoping that that will work for me and make me feel better, because it's very difficult. Like, one of the things that I have that I can definitely associate to my diet and what I had eaten at the time and what I was feeling is muscle strength. Like, if I didn't eat the right thing, and I'm not saying that eating just meat or eating carnivore or ketovore is the right thing. If I didn't have the right food in my diet, I would almost immediately experience a lack in muscle strength and coordination. And now I'm understanding why. And I made a post about this the other day. I stopped eating beans quite a bit. I stopped taking daily vitamins that probably had a little tiny bit of magnesium in it, but I was eating maybe just enough beans to meet my requirement, which again is 350 to 450 milligrams. You know, a cup and a half of pinto beans is that is what you need in magnesium. So you could eat a cup and a half of pinto beans in your meal, and you get your daily you get your daily you get your daily intake of magnesium. And I wasn't doing that. And I can't go back to the exact day when I stopped eating magnesium rich foods to the direct correlation in the physical, the physical that I had, physically, how strong or my strength. I can't really directly correlate those dates or times, but I do know that they seem pretty relevant. So now I have started taking a supplement. I started eating more beans again, and I'm taking my daily vitamin, and I'm hoping this will make things make more sense with my health and my reversal of metabolic issues and diabetes, prediabetes, diabetes, whatever the diabetic situation. I'm 99% sure I am not diabetic at this point. I haven't eaten sugar in 2 years. I eat very little carbs. I eat. I mostly eat carnivore, and I eat a little bit of vegetables, a little bit of fruit. But I eat very little carbs. I probably eat less than 25 grams of carbs a day, if even that. And I know you can get some magnesium from meat, but it's not enough for your daily need. So if you have, and again, I'm not a doctor, so talk to your doctor, but if you have diabetes, prediabetes, and you have weird, unexplainable muscle strength issues, like some days it's harder to walk, some days it's harder to get around, maybe you lose your flexibility, you lose your dexterity, you lose a lot of things that seems like it's not normal. It could be magnesium. One of the things that turned me on to magnesium could be an issue, or kind of highlighted it to me, is I had this thing where I would hold my phone in my hand, and my hand would start shaking, and I wouldn't be able to hold my phone in my hand. I'd have to drop it on my bed, otherwise it would just fall out of my hand. And apparently, a lack of magnesium can cause tremors, which I guess that could be explained as a tremor. And that was something that made me kind of try to figure out that there was something else besides just what I had eaten that day or what I didn't eat that day. Because mostly, I'm pretty happy with my daily diet, and I actually made a post about that the other day about what I eat in a day. And quite frankly, I eat the same thing every day, every week, every month. It's not great. It's not amazing. It doesn't make my life interesting or more fun, but it will keep moving me in the right direction towards getting healthy. And if you're anywhere near where I am or was, you understand how important it is to continually move towards that health. Because life doesn't necessarily get more difficult, but it definitely doesn't get easier, and it's already pretty difficult to begin with. So again, two things. One, hydration. Make sure you're hydrated, even if you think that you're hydrated. Just drink a couple extra glasses of water just to make sure. If you're having any kind of skin things or weird things with your eyes, your eyesight, if you have any kind of like itchy skin or dryness in your skin, that could be just directly correlated to hydration. You're not eating enough food. You're probably not drinking enough water to be hydrated if you're peeing 27 times a day because of diabetes or prediabetes or metabolic issue. So drink more water. So again, that was number one, hydration. That was the one thing that I found. And number two, I'm hoping that this magnesium thing is part of the cause factor of what's causing me my issue, and I'll know probably in the next week or so. So if you're interested to find out whether this helped resolve my issues, do me a favor and subscribe. I would appreciate it, and I would love to share my success or try to help others avoid this yard sale like life that I'm living, because it's very difficult. Nobody actually really knows a lot about any of this. Maybe there's a doctor out there that knows, but people know about an A1C, diabetes and prediabetes, how to reduce those. But once you've gotten to the point where you've done the damage, a lot of people don't really know how to reverse that or how to make it feel better or make it better. But I'm trying to share my experience here so that hopefully people can avoid what I've been through. Or maybe they'll be able to help themselves in reversing their situation like I'm trying to do. So again, number one, hydration. Number two, I'll tell you shortly whether magnesium is an issue or not. But again, you pee magnesium out so you can become deficient because you pee so much. You become, and actually magnesium can also cause, magnesium deficiency, what I'm reading, can also cause neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy. So if you already have peripheral neuropathy because of diabetes or prediabetes, magnesium deficiency will just make it worse. And I actually feel like I've felt that because I do have neuropathy, but I have felt it get worse or better. And I thought that was just purely inflammation. If I would have known that I could have taken a supplement or just eaten the right things, then I would have avoided it completely and continued in the reversal of this whole situation. So if you have any questions, I'll answer any questions. Just do me a favor and put it down below. If this is interesting to you at all, or if you have any issues that might be similar, do me a favor and subscribe. I'm going to be sharing my journey more as the days go on, and hopefully I'll be able to help somebody. Maybe it'll be you. Hopefully I'll help somebody out in avoiding this like horrible situation that I've put myself in. It's not impossible, but highly difficult would be an understatement. I would love to be able to help a couple people at least recognize what they're dealing with, and maybe have at least some kind of solution to work on. Again, I've talked to doctors in the past, and doctors do get it. I guess there's probably some specialists that totally get it, but for the most part, doctors are stitch stuff and fixing broken bones. They don't completely understand the whole diabetes, insulin resistance, insulin sensitivity. Maybe they don't even understand. Maybe they can run a test and see if you've got enough magnesium, but if they don't know what they're looking at, or if you don't have enough magnesium in your body, it's not like, I mean, I don't know what horrible can happen. I guess things probably could be horrible that could happen, but it's little tiny things that stack up and stack up and stack up and stack up. And that makes you think, oh, well, there's definitely something wrong here. A lot of times, those doctors, if they can't run the test and see the numbers in the test, they may not know that all these things happen when you're magnesium deficient. And it's pretty easy to turn around just by taking a supplement or eating plenty of, beef and some beans with it. Like, they may not know that. They want to prescribe you a prescription and set you up in a, like lifelong prescription that may solve your problem, may not. Maybe they'll not solve your problem and they'll find 10 other things to prescribe you medication with. I'm sure Pfizer would love that. But that is kind of how a lot of those doctors are trained. We want to avoid that. We want to try to figure out what's wrong with us, what the problem is, what's causing the problem, how to solve it, and how to fix what's broken. Anyways, if you have any questions, do me a favor, leave a comment. If you liked this post and you thought this was interesting, give me a thumbs up. If you're interested to know whether this whole thing with a magnesium supplement has helped me or not helped me, I'm going to be sharing that. Do me a favor and subscribe. I'm also going to be sharing some other things that I've learned and figured out. And again, I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word for it. Talk to a doctor or do your own research. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube to figure out. You can go to Google and figure out almost everything that I just talked about. But the two things that were kind of interesting to me with this whole magnesium thing is magnesium affects either positively or negatively your muscles and your nerves. And it's just like everything else, right? But all of the indicators and the things that I researched and found about, it was affecting me directly. So I'm hoping that this is my solution. And I'm hoping that this post will help somebody else figure out what their solution is. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.